What's up, everyone, and welcome back. So, today we are going to react to a recommendation that was made. On my video that I posted about the Jimin effect, I got so many recommendations, and that is so awesome. Thank you so much for that. I am personally so curious to see what you guys recommended that I immediately was like, I need to go and check this out. I need to go and make reaction videos about it because I'm so curious. So the first video we're going to do is called Park Jimin Introduction 2024. So when I went to go look for this video, I found a full-length video, which is over an hour and 40 minutes long. And then I also saw a I also saw a shorter version, which I think is about 30 minutes or something. So I thought we can do the shorter version. But I just want to say thank you so much to the beautiful soul whose name's on top here, who recommended this video. So I haven't seen it. I'm dying to see it. Let's go together and find out who is Park Jimin. Just want to give a shout out as well to the YouTube channel, the Jimin videos. Go check them out. But this is where this video has come from. So let's go check.
This is an introduction video for Park Jimin, the main dancer and lead vocalist of the biggest and most successful group today, BTS. Real name, Park Jimin. Stage name, Jimin.
Okay.
Born October 13th, 1995. From
it's got birthday
Busan,
coming
South
up.
Korea. Role in the group, lead vocals and the main dancer. Jimin's dance route starts at the
Pre-debut.
Just Dance Academy in Busan,
Oh,
where
look
he
how
excelled
young
in
he
hip-hop,
is.
freestyling, popping, and isolation. He made a local name for himself by joining many street dance battles as well as winning multiple talent competitions.
Oh, wow.
At one point, when Jimin's parents couldn't afford the tuition fee, the school let him take classes for free so they wouldn't lose a talent like him.
Oh, that is awesome. Well done.
Jimin also excelled in school. He was a part of robotics building club, football club,
찬다고?
Oh,
야 나이스
어, 와.
패스! 정확하다. 형은 다 하잖아.
he was a part of a book
I
club,
can do anything.
was excellent at track and a part of billiards club. On top of that, he
Oh,
was a part
wow.
of the student council from elementary to high school. That's 9 years of switching between class president
Oh.
and class vice president.
Never knew
Jimin
that.
also, all throughout his schooling, was on top of his class, achieving perfect scores, especially in math. He was even called the god of math and would cover for his math teacher. He was also good at and liked science, arts, and physical education.
Wow.
Because of all of this, Jimin was already quite popular amongst his peers. One of his old classmates has said that at the high school retreat, girls went crazy after he danced to the song Neurotic by TVXQ, taking off his glasses and even showing off his abs. What's wholesome is that the main vocalist of the group said that he likes Jimin. Jimin was admitted into the Busan High School of Arts as a
Oh.
valedictorian in the modern dance department. Jimin took on various dance styles, such as contemporary dance, jazz, Korean dance, ballet. Jimin was even called the rising star of Busan.
Oh, wow. That's one thing I really like is contemporary dance. The precision, the pointing, the flexibility, the everything. It's so precise and so you have to put so much passion into it. But let's go check.
He also had the time to train in various
Oi.
forms of martial arts, such as Taekwondo, in which he has a
Wow.
black belt, Hapkido, and Kendo for 8 years.
This guy was busy.
He was also the first and only freshman offered a scholarship to study martial arts more extensively abroad in China. Unknown fact to a lot of BTS fans would
Wow.
be that Jimin, just like RM, also enjoys artwork and visits to art exhibitions and museums.
Didn't know
Jimin
that
also
either.
knows how to
I
play the
thought it was
piano,
only
is
orange.
learning how to play the guitar, loves to read and write poems. Since Jimin was a smart kid, his dad wanted Jimin to become a prosecutor. In an interview
Oh,
with Busan
wow.
Art School magazine, Jimin's dad has also said that he felt like he was losing a genius when Jimin expressed wanting to be a public dancer rather than a pure dancer. He also was worried, because success is not always guaranteed in this type of work. In
Oh.
the same interview he stated, in middle school, there was a time where Jimin had to write about his future. In his paper, he wrote that he wanted to go to Busan Arts High School and learn dance and use that background and combine it with music to become a singer or a celebrity. His
Oh,
paper was
wow.
very detailed, and I think this was the start of his dream to become an idol. Jimin has said that when he expressed wanting to
Wow.
dance and make music, His dad agreed straight away and even took him to every audition. At the time, Jimin's modern dance teachers were opposed to the idea of Jimin becoming an idol as they felt that the world of dance would be losing a great artist.
사회의 반열을 오른다는 게 쉬운 일은 아니잖아요. 빨리 이제 네가 전공을 정했으면 좋겠다. 가수가 될지 아니면 순수한 무용을 할지 이번이 마지막이 됐으면 좋겠다고 했는데 합격을 했더라고요. 그게 뭐 제가 알기로는 몇천 명 오디션 보러 왔는데 한 명이 지민이가 됐다 해서.
Jimin auditioned for Big Hit Entertainment in spring of 2012. After successful auditions, Jimin went to Seoul to train on May 15, 2012. Jimin has had one of the shortest idol training periods ever. After being a trainee under Big Hit for around 6 months, he got a position in the group and joined BTS as the last member and was revealed as a member on January 12, 2013. A lot of trainees were surprised by Jimin's various skills.
현대 무용과 힙합 댄스를 출주하는 애가 들어오게 된다라는 걸 들어봤을 때, 야, 현대 무용하고 힙합 댄스를 둘 다 출주한다고? 지미가 오자마자 막 이제 막 몸을 풀더라고요. 막 몸 풀다가 갑자기 공중제비를 차는 거예요. 그래서 뭐지? 그래서 와, 이 친구 대단한 친구.
Even though Jimin had this successfully versatile dance background, he still had a hard time learning idol dance and because of that was threatened every month of his trainee days with being kicked out of the group. In a recent interview, Jimin said, "I didn't know how to dance like a member of an idol group. I'd never dealt with dancing like this until I became a trainee. So whenever the movement changed, I would pause and memorize the position. You know that Solomon character, that stick figure with the big head and sticks for a body. I drew every single move and position in that character and memorized them. It made everyone around."
That is amazing. I'm sorry, but that wow. The fact that you want something so bad that you would do that to memorize all the moves. It's as if he dreamt his reality. It's wow.
Me laugh.
무엇을 해야 될지를 모르는 게 너무 힘들었었던 것 같고요. 4시까지 하고 이제 6시 반쯤에 일어나서
다시 또 연습하고
Wow.
또 새벽 한 4시쯤
I think wow is the only word I'm gonna say. This is crazy.
집에 와서 자고 그랬던 거예요?
네.
막 힘들지 않아요?
그때는 안 힘들었었던 것 같아요.
Despite all of the obstacles, 6 months later, on 13th of June 2013, Jimin got to debut with BTS as one of the 2 main dancers, and as well as lead vocalist. Jimin was an instant star. His acrobatic skills drew the public's attention to the rookie group. As a rookie, he already ranked amongst other popular idols in various Best Dancer polls.
얼굴은 귀여운데
네.
몸이 상남자예요.
맞아요.
네, 그걸 아는 거죠.
무려 35%의 지분율을
안무가 주목받기 시작한 건 이제 지민이의 이 발가기와 그 매트릭스 나나차기와 그 위어블리 프로프의 모자춤 아닙니까 사실. 그렇죠?
And the head
Jimin's
dance.
greatest strength as a dancer is his ability to merge together his background in various martial arts, his hip-hop roots, as well as his contemporary training. While watching him dance, you can see that he is precise and tends to add a little extra to the choreography. He prioritizes elongated and fuller movements which express deeper emotions. He is the beat. He dances to the tips of his fingers and basically optimizes his movements.
That is a beautiful explanation. Wait, I want to hear that again.
He prioritizes elongated and fuller movements which express deeper emotions. He is the beat. He dances to the tips of his fingers and basically
I like
optimizes
that.
his movements with sliding and gliding over the stage. He is also a master of optimizing his performances, starting from masterful spinning whenever he needs to travel a short distance. These movements help to make the stage more colorful and exciting. Jimin also has the ability to travel across the stage at great speeds. When Jimin's part ends, he quickly moves into his new position, which is often further away, all while never missing a beat and holding a stable note. Jimin is also known for his work ethics and being a perfectionist.
그쵸. 한 번은 더 해보면 좋을 것 같아요. 그렇지. 성장하는 제가 되도록 노력하겠습니다.
이렇게 항상 부족함을 느끼는 이 마음, 나는 아직 멀었다.
동생이 돼서 잘 따라가겠습니다. 한 정도 더 해봐야 되지 않겠나?
여기 가자.
지금? 오늘은 끝. 안 돼, 한 번 더 하자.
한 번 더 할래? 마이크 와? 뭐 어떻게 할래?
이게 어때요? 이거 괜찮다. 그쵸? 앞에
It's amazing to me how they push for that perfection. You don't get that. Like if you look, a lot of people just don't care, you know? So the fact that I think the morals and the values that's instilled in these guys from young, may it be a cultural thing, I don't know, but I take my hat off. I applaud you because I don't know personally, a lot of guys that I would, okay, of course, I'm much older than them, but the thing is, having 20 odd year olds so dedicated and devoted, it's amazing.
앞에 뭐 하지?
Jimin is serious about his craft, and often behind the scenes you can see him helping to improve the choreography, giving his ideas and helping other members learn the choreo.
Wow, well done.
진영도 이거 같이 맞춰주면 좋을 것 같은데. 둘 때 위위 타타. 빵빵빵. 같이 가고 있어. 이거 막 이게 빨라. 가운데가 좀 빨라. 시입할 때. 시입 그것만 듣고 보면은. 그렇지. 끝나는 게 딱 맞으면 좀 맞고. 왜 오버는 컵 이렇게. 되게 깜깜할 것 같은데. 진짜 어떡하지? 차라리 저를 퍼드 팀에 넣어주세요. 정리 알아서 다 해줄게요.
Even though he is a perfectionist, contrary to a lot of introduction videos, Jimin actually doesn't mind his mistakes and they don't linger in his mind for long. Also worth mentioning is that Jimin suffers from chronic neck and back pain. As seen in one of the BTS documentaries, he also has chronic pain in his knee that flares up once in a while, which is hard to believe because Jimin does a great job as a main dancer and lead vocal, flipping,
Wow,
jumping,
you would
carrying
never
the hard
say.
choreo all while singing. With his talent, standing out and being the center of attention comes naturally to Jimin. Throughout his career, he has unintentionally made several
it's a
killing
beautiful
parts
image.
in BTS songs and has had popular stages. More on Jimin's beginnings and more detailed information about his dance you can find in these videos. Jimin is known for his beautiful honey-smooth vocals and his ability to make you feel every emotion and feeling that he is trying to convey, as
very
well as his
much.
ability to sing high notes and falsettos effortlessly.
Oh, wait. I gotta go back. This guy's got an angel voice.
Because Jimin didn't get any
wow.
vocal lessons while he was a trainee and practiced on his own, his first real voice practice was for B-side track in their debut album. Even in the very beginning, when he had little to none vocal training, he was assigned to sing most of the high notes and he did it flawlessly. As much as we love his high vocal tone, we also love his lower register and growls.
Question. Do we often hear Jimin actually sing in the lower range anymore? Or I know the songs that I have done reactions to is mostly higher vocals that he sings. But if you got any recommendations where he's singing lower vocals, lower sounds, whatever, please pop them in the comment section. I would love to have a look at them as well. Oh, that is, wow. Didn't even sound like him to
As
me.
of now, these are Jimin's official music credits by Korea Music Copyright Association. Outside of this association, BMI has also credited Jimin as a songwriter and a composer of Dream Glow, the song that was actually planned to be a Jimin solo song. But there are also a lot of instances where Jimin isn't officially credited, like for the melody of Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Outside of official credits, Jimin's actual first song that he wrote was Christmas Day. The original song is Mistletoe by Justin Bieber. Jimin wrote new Korean lyrics and recorded the new Korean version together as a duet with JK. Under BTS name Jimin Together with JK also collaborated with singer Love in a song Who. Jimin and JK have also covered Charlie Puth's We Don't Talk Anymore. On the album B, where all of the BTS members were included in the production, Jimin took on the role of music project manager.
Oh, wow.
under the group's name Jimin's first solo song Lie, in which Jimin was credited as a songwriter and a composer, at the time was the only solo song from
These
Wings
guys are all
album to
so
rank on Ikigaya
talented.
chart. It was highest ranking solo song on Melon Music chart. It was also the only solo song and B-side that charted Spotify Global Viral 50. Also,
Of
while
course
Blood,
it did.
Sweat and Tears ranked number 1 on World Digital Song Sales chart, Lie ranked number 3 and became the best-selling solo song in Wings album. Jimin's second solo
Never
song under
heard that one
BTS was
before.
Serendipity, which was released in 2 parts, intro and full.
Oh, I
This
still
song,
want to
while
react
also
to
being a
that. I
successful
haven't
solo
watched
song,
that
has had the
video.
wonderful ability to calm crying babies.
Oh, wow.
Filter was Jimin's third solo song under BTS name, as stated by RM. Even though there are no
Oh, I love
credits,
this
Jimin
song.
did participate in the
I
song's
just
writing.
love the
Right now,
beat.
Filter is breaking records as the fastest Korean B-side and Korean solo song to reach certain streaming numbers on Spotify.
Of course it is.
Filter also was featured in
How could it
Spotify's
not?
Rap Top K-pop Tracks playlist for the third year in a row. Filter is also the
Mm.
first BTS solo song to be nominated for the Song of the Year at the Gaon Music Awards. From the same album as Filter, the song Friends was a unit song Jimin sang with V of BTS. This song was written, composed and produced by Jimin as it was meant to be a solo song first. With a touch of
Oh.
Jimin's magical hands, this was the only song produced by a BTS member to be nominated for Song of the Year at Gaon Awards. This made Jimin the only BTS
wow.
member to have 2 songs nominated for this award in 2020. With this song, Jimin was the first individual Korean idol to be credited for a Korean OST in a global Hollywood movie, as the song Friends was chosen as one of the OSTs in the Marvel movie Eternals.
Wow.
Promise was the first gift from Jimin to the fans. A surprise drop uploaded on SoundCloud broke the first 24-hour release record with 8.5 million streams, breaking at the
Oh
time
my
Drake's
word.
24-hour record. As of right now, Promise is in the Guinness World Record book as the most streamed song in SoundCloud history, and in the first 24 hours. Christmas Love was another gift for the fans, released on SoundCloud and YouTube. This song holds the record for the most streamed Korean solo song audio in the first 24 hours since its release on YouTube, with 9.6 million streams. The Korean media ate this right up, because right after its release it was already being featured as a background sound in news and a lot of shows. In 2022 we officially got soloist
Wow.
Jimin with a song under his own name, in collaboration with his best friend Ha Sung-woon. They sang the main OST With You for K-drama Our Blues. With You broke the record for the fastest song in history to reach number 1 in 100 countries on iTunes. Jimin did it in only 4 hours, breaking the previous record held by Dynamite. With You was also nominated in 3 major Korean award shows in the Best OST category.
Oh, I
It was
still wanna
also
listen to
nominated
that
for
too.
Song of the Year at the 2022 Mama Awards. Right before Jimin's official solo debut in 2023, we got his second collaboration, this time with the K-pop group's Big Bang member Taeyong. The song Vibe was highly
Taeyong,
anticipated.
okay.
Fans and the general public in Korea were talking about it. So even before
Vibe.
it came out, it managed to have the highest debut on the Billboard Hot Trending Songs daily and weekly chart. Jimin also participated in co-composing this song, which gave the song that much more of a good look. Vibe debuted on the Billboard Hot 100 at 76. This was Jimin's and Taeyong's first time debuting on this chart under their own names. This was also Jimin's first time debuting on this chart as a composer. Vibe was also the highest debut
wow.
on Melon Daily chart by a BTS member since the chart reform. At the end of March 2023, we also got the long-awaited Jimin solo EP Face, where Jimin was heavily involved in the production, and of course the overall vision. Jimin was credited as a writer on 5 of the 6 tracks and the hidden track. He also had
Wow.
guitar and keyboard credits on 2 songs. And just like any other Jimin music, this album performed extremely well. The pre-release single Set Me Free Part 2 was the fastest solo song to reach 100 number 1s on iTunes worldwide. It also set the record as the biggest 2023 solo song debut by a K-pop act on Melon. After 10 years, this was also the highest debut
Oh,
song by a
that looks
K-soloist on the
good.
UK Big Top 40 chart. Set Me Free
Oh.
also debuted at number 30 on
Set
Billboard's
Me
Hot
Free.
100 chart. He joined Psy as the only Korean soloist to chart a solo song within the top 30. After Set Me Free, finally the main track Like Crazy was released. This song
Crazy.
broke the record for the biggest debut for a solo.
There are so many songs being named in this video, and I don't think I've seen them all. I really need to go back into this video and write these songs down.
Song by a K-pop act in Spotify global history. It was also the highest charting song by a K-pop soloist in
Crazy.
Spotify US history. Jimin also made history when Like Crazy debuted on the Billboard Hot 100 chart at number 1. He was the very
Ooh.
first Asian soloist to debut straight at number 1. Rolling Stone, Billboard, and Consequence also named Like Crazy as one of the best songs released in 2023 so far.
I've
With
never
Face
heard
album, Jimin
that.
also became the first solo artist to reach 1 million first-day album sales on Hanteo chart. Face also debuted number 2 on the Billboard 200 chart with 164,000 units sold. This is the biggest debut and highest charting album by a Korean soloist in the chart's history. Jimin is the first K soloist in history to reach number 1 on the Billboard Artist 100 chart. He is also the K soloist to spend the
Wow.
longest on Spotify's daily top artists global chart. Jimin also broke the record for the biggest streaming year by a K-pop soloist in Spotify history.
I'm sorry I had to pause it there. Look at that picture. Jimin's face is just as his skin looks like ah. I was thinking, I'm looking at this picture and I'm thinking that skin is like smooth like satin. Wow.
With 1 billion streams. He did it only in 6 months. And right now, Face is already the most streamed album by a Korean artist. To know more about Jimin's ideas and theory behind Face, you can watch this video and Jimin's new docu-series on this topic. After the great success of his solo album, Jimin was chosen by Universal Studios as one of the artists featured on a soundtrack for the movie Fast and Furious 10. He was a part of the main OST Angel Part 1, which makes him the only Korean soloist to have 2 OSTs featured in Hollywood movie. This song debuted number 65 on the Billboard 100
This is
chart, which now makes
unreal.
Jimin the fastest Asian artist to have 4 songs on this chart, only in 4 months. As you can see, Jimin is interested in making music, is really invested in its creation process, and we can definitely see that everything he touches turns into gold. More about Jimin as the lead vocalist of BTS, and everything about and around Jimin's involvement in music in these videos.
Honors.
Jimin is the first and only Korean to receive 3 national honors. They are James Van Fleet Award, Presidential Award for Popular Culture, and Arts category. Both honors were received with the rest of BTS members. The third award is the Plaque of Appreciation from the Kim Bik-bong Fan Dance Preservation Society of Intangible Cultural Heritage for his Mama 2018 fan dance stage. Also with the rest of the BTS members, he now is a presidential envoy. And at the start of 2022, Jimin also received an honorary diploma from the Busan High School of Arts.
Good boy.
Armed with unique vocals, unrivaled choreography, and a performance that astonishes everyone, Jimin also serves as a fashion icon. The fashion king Jimin seems to be grabbing attention from various people and brands in fashion. In 2019, when Saint Laurent couldn't reach big hit, they contacted a Jimin fan site to ask permission to post one of his photos at their headquarters in Paris and Asia. Jimin is the only member of BTS and the second male idol ever to be a part of Business of Fashion, where those who are global icons that shape the
Business of
global
Fashion.
fashion industry only get to be a part of. At the start of 2023, we also got Jimin's W Korea issue with a total of 6 covers, the highest the magazine has ever done. Right after the announcement, the pre-sale on every platform was sold out, and all of the magazine covers were in the real-time, daily, weekly, and monthly best-selling lists. Not to mention that this was a sponsored photo shoot by Dior, the same Dior that actually pitched the idea of Jimin to Business of Fashion back in 2019. I bet a lot of brands were really happy about the group's decision to finally allow the members' solo activity. That's why as soon as BTS released their plans to focus more on solo projects, Dior was the first to snatch Jimin up. Jimin is their first Asian male to ever be Dior's global brand ambassador. Following the news about this partnership, Dior's stock price peaked at the highest they have ever been in Dior's entire history of
Of course it
31
did.
years of being on the stock market. Another brand who managed to snatch Jimin up was
That is a beautiful photo. Wow.
Tiffany & Co. In March, they announced Jimin as their new global house ambassador, naming
Tiffany.
Jimin as a pop icon representing the 21st century. Jimin's impact continues with his power to sell out anything he is associated with. Some of the things include various magazines with Jimin's front cover, clothes, jewelry and accessories, merchandise, Food and drinks.
Wow.
The media also like to refer to Jimin as a frontman. This comes from Jimin's brand power and the fact that, even if you don't know
Oh, that
about
is so
K-pop,
cool.
you probably have heard about Jimin. Some examples to back up his titles can be when Global Big Data Research Institute ranked the then latest mobile models of 3 companies, and the Samsung Galaxy S20 had ranked number 1 on the survey. With the latest release in marketing effects, it was mentioned by the Institute that the advertisement with BTS Jimin also seems to have had a big impact. Jimin has also increased the world interest toward tteokbokki after his visit to a local tteokbokki street stall, with sales increasing by 25% instantly. Jimin was mentioned in a report that talked about a tteokbokki brand selling out and the boom of Korea's processed rice exports. The same thing happened with a ramen brand. Media reported that Jimin boosted the sales of Samyang ramen by 158% in the
Oh
US
my
and
word.
33% in China, also proving his strong marketing power. Vice Chairman Kim Young-soo of Samyang Food has already thanked Jimin for greatly affecting the sales of spicy chicken ramen on SBS Food Talk, saying, "Jimin uploaded footage of himself eating our buldak ramen, which thanks to him is seeing great commercial impact." Samyang Food also sent presents to BTS members. The message on Jimin's ribbon said, "Thanks to Jimin, we've built a new factory in Mulyong." And not only did Jimin top the Billboard Hot 100 as the first Korean soloist in history, he also once again helped a whole industry. News reported that the stock price of the entertainment industry rose following news of BTS Jimin topping Billboard Hot 100 for the first time as a K-solo. The media reported that not only Jimin raised HYBE shares up to 23.6% that month, but his influence also had the ripple effect of other major entertainment companies. SM saw a 13.2% rise, YG 11.3%, and JYP 9.8%. Korea's frontman Jimin is also the face of tourism. He contributes to the economy with his influence as a world-renowned artist. Jimin is drawing attention by being used to promote tourism in Busan and Seoul. Even his birthday projects help to boost the local economy, as all of the birthday projects are usually visited by large groups of people, and businesses around the events get revitalized. We also got to find out that LV frontman Jimin was the reason that BTS became LV's ambassadors. A hint, it was because of his sold-out brand power. On BTS off time, Jimin went to Jeju Islands. After posting a couple of pictures on his new personal Instagram profile, the tourism in places where he visited flourished. He even got his own photo zone, and you could receive gift vouchers if you took photos at this zone. Jeju also jumped from 19th to 2nd place on city brand reputation in Korea, just behind Seoul. Even almost a year later, there's still a huge queue of people that want to recreate Jimin's photos, as there now is an official Jimin tour on the island. Other rightful titles that Jimin has earned all throughout his career are Stage Commander and Stage Genius, Dance King, Rookie's Bible, and Idol of Idols. Jimin's solo performances are called the rite of passage, as many rookie and junior idols try to cover them, and Jimin is referred to as Rookie's or Idol's Bible, as he is a great role model to them due to his personality, dance, stage presence, and other charms. Usually when covering Jimin's songs, idols do the dance and the singing part separately though, and you already know why. Jimin is also the king of fancams. His Fake Love fancam was the first K-pop idol fancam to surpass 100 million views and a turning point for other fans to mass stream their idols' fancams. Jimin also has 2 plaques of appreciation for his dance skills. One is the previously mentioned plaque for the 2018 MMA fan dance stage, which Impact is still being talked about. And the other is the MMA 2021 Best Main Dancer Award plaque.
제가 오늘 시상하는 부문은 페이보릿 댄스 아티스트 남자 부문입니다. 그래서 여기에 오기 전에 가수분들의 무대 영상을 찾아보고 왔는데요.
Nominated singers here.
춤선이 예쁘기로 소문난 BTS 지민 씨 보이고요.
Big Hit's performance director has said that Jimin has the characteristic of expressing very smooth and textured choreography, so even when he does hip-hop choreography, he exudes a little alluring charm. In BTS book Beyond the Story, 10-year record of BTS, it is mentioned that Jimin's inspirations from their American activities had a direct influence on BTS. As he attended the performances of various artists in America, he developed bigger artistic ambitions for BTS. I kept comparing their performances to ours. I began thinking our concert staging could be better. So we began asking more from our own concerts. I kept talking about the need to go beyond where we were, to change our repertoire and improve our sets and production. To learn more about Jimin's impact in every industry, whether it's food, fashion, music, or tourism related, and to know more about Jimin's dance skills power, watch any of these other videos.
Personality,
A lot of times
emotional
after Jimin's
intelligence.
V-Lives or some of the interviews, you will see Korean fans once again being amazed by Jimin's vocabulary, his choice of words, and sincerity behind them.
오늘도 고생하셨고 내일도 힘냈으면 좋겠고 쉴 수 있을 때 푹 쉬시고 이 안에서 여러분들 행복을 꼭 찾아왔으면 좋겠습니다.
A lot of Korean fans also point out that Jimin writes his sentences in a structure that is really easy to translate for international fans. He has also been praised by experts for his speech at various events. One of them would be the annual Youth Day, where Jimin delivered his speech without any script, with elegance and sincerity. And most recent would be the speech that he presented at On General.
It's probably because he speaks from the heart. What I have seen before is that he's a very gentle soul. Someone that has got a nurturing aspect to it. And I think that plays out. He likes to nurture, he likes to take care. So if you speak truth from your heart and you're honest with yourself, then I'm sure any speech that he delivers will be magnificent.
Assembly.
어쨌든
안 보고
이제 대변하는 거였기 때문에 우리 이제 미래 세대는 어떻게 보면은 팬분들한테 듣고 받은 메시지를 얘기하는 부분이었잖아요.
그래서 딱 카메라를 보고 딱 내가 명확하게 하고 싶었던 거지.
딱 그래요.
Some fans also have noticed that in interviews he will mostly give really well detailed yet at the same time generalized answers about himself. He usually doesn't tell much, even though sometimes it could feel like it. Any new information we get to know about him is mostly from people around him.
지금 여러분들한테 보여준 거 빼고 다 못해요. 지금 하고 있는 걸 더 잘하고 싶네요.
Jimin, as sweet and caring as ever, always expresses his sincere gratitude to the fans. One of the many sweet things is Jimin hashtagging his tweets with "Our armies won an award again" whenever BTS receives an award at an award show. He also comes on Weverse Live more frequently to update fans about what he's doing and thanking them for their love and all of the achievements his solo songs are making.
Sweet.
Jimin also frequently likes to remind the fans to stay warm and not to catch a cold whenever the weather gets a little colder, as well as always reminding fans to stay healthy and look after your body in a healthy way. It seems that he is also a supportive shoulder to lean on for his band members and even someone to look up to for the older members.
예를 들어서 우리가 지금 함께하고 있지만 평생 같이 안 할 수도 있는 건데 그렇기 때문에 더 노력해야 되는 건데.
In an interview with Teen Vogue, RM mentioned Jimin saying, "I get free life lessons from J-Hope and Jimin. Sometimes it's like they're 10 years older than me." In another interview, he has also said, "Many people think that Suga is like the grandfather of the group, but he acts more like a little kid. Jimin is the opposite. He looks like a baby, but inside he's mature and like a grandfather." For BTS Festa, when members left each other compliments, J-Hope wrote, "You're like my little brother, but sometimes it feels as if you really are an older brother. For 7 years, I've been relying on you a lot and I've gained so much strength from you."
사실 뭐 요즘 남 잘 돼도 잘 된다고 박수 쳐주기 힘들고 모두가 배 아파하는 시대에 어떻게 보면 뭔가 그 자기가 마음에 드는 거에 대해서 이걸 솔직히 뭐 너무 고맙다, 잘 해줬다라고 얘기하는 게 너무 큰 마음이라고 느껴져요. 요즘에는 지민이가 워낙 잘하는 친구지만 그런 거예요. 그래서
A journalist has said that a cheeky thing Jimin does. At the press conferences, Jimin usually would stare everyone in the eye, never breaking eye contact first, and making the reporters flustered. Also, one unique thing about his personality, contrary to him being young and somewhat on the internet, he really doesn't know that much slang that the kids these days use. And he likes phone calls over text messages. Talk about a rare gem. The Korean fans even jokingly call him a muggle or park muggle.
야, 진짜 이게 말하는 게 어려워. 되게 궁금해 이런 거. 야, 어려워? 야,
이런 거 말고 어느 정도로 이런 것도
좋아 이게. 다음 조용히 봐.
나 같으면 뭐 지민이가 여자 같죠. 지민이는 하여튼 애교가 많아요. 뭐 수고하신다 그러고 뭐 이렇게 어깨도 주물러주고 그랬죠.
저는 울기입니다. 지금 좀 커보니까 우는 거를 참는 건 참 안 좋은 건 것 같아요. 울고 싶을 때는 좀 울어야 쌓는 것만큼 나쁜 건 없는 것 같아요.
Yes.
세 가지고 확인 안 해.
남자 세 가지고 그런 거 확인하는 거 아니야?
남자는 그런 거 아니야? 맨날 남자는 뭐 남자 있는데.
그게 너무 좋아요. 많이 좋습니다.
로맨스? 아, 로맨스?
저 이런 자기적인 거 되게 싫어하거든요. 아니 근데 물론 저희가 아이돌이지만 근데 이게
More about Jimin's personality
Oh, wow.
and high emotional intelligence in this introduction video. Contrary to his quite serious, wise, and mature personality, Jimin also knows how to entertain a crowd, on stage or off stage. You can see this more in the official BTS content. Jimin seems to toss any competitiveness that he has aside and just has a fun time, entertaining the viewers and not taking himself too seriously.
제가 이게 바로 센스.
아까 지민이가 줬어야 돼.
Also, as much as BTS say Jimin is the most thoughtful and serious, they also say that he is one of the funniest members. He seems to have perfect comedic timing. He's quick with the sass, reads the room, and lightens up everyone's mood. In the end, this naturally gifted and talented man just wants to be on stage and perform in front of the crowd.
춤을 출 때는 다른 생각이 안 나서 다른 세상에 온 것 같아서 너무 좋았다 이런 얘기를 했는데 여러분들이랑 같이 하는 이 시간도 비슷한 것 같아요. 되게 다른 세상에 온 것 같아서 항상 너무 되게 행복했었던 것 같아요.
This love for stage reflects in an answer he gave in a Weverse interview. I don't consider my main profession, performing and singing, as going to work. But when I'm doing something else with the camera right in front of me, that feels like work. Singing and performing for our fans isn't work. It's something I really, really want to do.
Oh.
내 세상.
In a GQ interview, he said, yes, the phrase dance is a world of my own is exactly right. I realized whenever I'm dancing, I feel happy and free, unburdened by any thoughts. Dance has the power to make me feel that way. In an interview with Vogue Korea, when asked about being talented at everything, Jimin answered, as a pop artist, I want to excel at both dancing and singing. I also want to perform a diverse range of musical genres and themes instead of sticking to just one type. I want to show my fans only the best, but I also have to take a healthy, sustainable approach. Jimin has always been exemplary. From his younger school years till now, he has always been someone you can look up to and learn from. Are you ready to explore more of his artistry?
만들어갈 수 있다.
More Jimin videos and articles in the description box.
That was so real. There were so many things I didn't know about Jimin. I actually want to go and rewatch that video again and just to really take in. But I think I resonated a lot with the last part with regards to the type of person that he is, the caring nature that he has. I know it's very important. Life goes so quick. You know, it's like you constantly rushing, you're constantly trying your best, you're constantly doing things. And I think not many people actually stop and breathe and go like, okay, what am I doing now? Am I okay? I think the am I okay part kind of gets left out. So I really respect him for always checking up on the members, making sure they're okay. You know, there's a lot of things that I've actually seen in this video now that I personally do as well. So it's, I think, looking after people, making sure that their souls are fine, making sure that their mental health is fine. You know, you always need that kind of support structure. So I know that is with everyone around me. That is my main focus. You know, just to live happily and make sure everyone is okay. But like I said, geez, there was such a lot. I really need to go back. I really want to thank the army person. The tongue just got stuck. The person that recommended this video. I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. But yes, I think that is all from me. I am actually just dumbstruck with everything that I've looked at right now. But before I go, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, like the video, tickle that little notification bell to not miss an upload. I do upload every second day, same time, same place. I've got to go. Much love to you all. Till the next video. Bye.